matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Wells. And it's Edey in at the 5. Now Ellis following the miss by John Morant from deep. Levine for 3. Edey with the rebound. Memphis with the ball. Here's Wells. And the 3 ball is good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's DeRozan. Drops one in from the wing.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Morant's against Ellis. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Here's Morant. Sacramento able to drain the 3 from the arc. Rebounded by Ellis.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Morant against Ellis. 3-pointer. Pass to Edey. Launches a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Kings head coach gave me a few minutes, and we talked about the big man, Jaren Jackson Jr., and specifically how to defend him. And Coach said he's a guy that can score from all 3 levels. Our guys have to be on him and active defensively as soon as he touches the ball. Coach needs his team to bring the energy tonight, and we'll see if they can respond. Guys?
Thank you, David. Kings have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Levine gets to DeRozan. Takes a 3. Sacramento again missing.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Pass to Edey. From outside the arc. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Payne passes to Murray. Kicks it out to Ellis. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time.
Such a talented passer at his position. Sabonis is all about making winning plays.
Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
And here we go. Levine heading to the hoop. They get the rebound. Sabonis finds Murray. Latre. Sabonis, no good. Memphis trailing here. It's Morant in the corner. Puts the move on. Drives to the hoop. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Keegan Murray.
Defenses have tried to figure out a way to stop Morant's drive, but his agility and strength ensures that he's always going to get a shot.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Jackson. Jackson, he's checked in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for Bane. Now, here's Morant for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Monk outside. Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Monk. Here's Valanciunas. Just 5 to shoot. Monk dishes to Carter. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Monk's shot's good.
And Monk is a good shooter from the mid-range. He's only going to get better the more he looks to shoot from there.
And Aldama has it in the corner. There's a screen by Aldama. Pippen for three. That one's in. His first shot this game.
For three.
The Kings trailing. Here's LaRavia. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And it's Clark in the corner. Jackson has the open look. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
It's all tied in Sacramento. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. We've got Santi Aldama. Brandon Clark is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Pippen in a point. Here's LaRavia. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Pass to Carter. Puts up a deep three. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside, and this has been a barn burner.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
The Grizzlies shooting the ball at 42%. Here's Aldama. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Valanciunas in the high post. But no one around him. From outside, off the mark. Memphis leading. Pass to Clark. Memphis moving it around. Kennard against Levine. From deep. Kennard's shot is off. Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Kings. And Memphis also making a switch. Baines checked in for Santi Aldama. And here's Jackson following the three-pointer by Malik Monk. And Jaren Jackson, good for 3. Jackson's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Grizzlies. Monk kicks to Levine. And another 3 for Sacramento.
That's a strong response from Levine. You gotta D him up from there.
Pippen sets a screen for Jackson. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes. And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Jackson a screen on Levine. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Another shot. Sacramento grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. Levine for 3. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pippen outside. Jackson from long range. Here's Clark. Back to Pippen. Baines sets the screen for Pippen. Jackson has the open look. Drops in the tray. Jackson's got 12 now in this quarter.
I think you can tell Jackson Jr. is enjoying himself on offense, playing with a ton of energy.
And, Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Now, here's Bain. He has yet to score. Clark a screen on Monk. In the corner, Kennard with it. Over Levine. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's LaRavia. Offline with his 3. And Clark has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They trail by 1. Kennard finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Man, this has just been back and forth all game.
Monk kicks to Levine. Pass to LaRavia. Bangs home the trifecta. LaRavia's got 6. 7 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Jackson. Over Valanciunas. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even back. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been a clinic out there by Jaren Jackson.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now Jackson following Sabonis' three-point attempt. Here's Edey. He's covered by Murray. Second shot opportunity, and good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Those are some hustle points, really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Sabonis sets the pick for DeRozan. Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Here's Edey. He has 5 over Sabonis. Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got 4 points in the quarter.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Jackson misses. For Sacramento, they've gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find them all. DeRozan passes to Ellis. On the wing, Murray. Guarded by Jackson. Only one man back on D. Morant with a wide open look. Hits the 3 from the wing. Morant's got the lead up to 5 now for Memphis.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Edey gets the bucket. And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim, but that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
Memphis with the ball. They're on a 10-1 run right now. There's Jackson with the three. Here's Edey, defended by Sabonis. Edey gets the bucket.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
Now here's Murray. No good on the three.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
He gets it in there. And now it's an 11-point Memphis lead.
Man, they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
Carter with it. Conjar covering. And here's Ellis for three. Good on the triple. Ellis has got 6.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Morant against Ellis. Aldama with the ball. Lock at 6. Jackson a screen on DeRozan. Unloads. Edey can't hit. The Kings trail by 8. DeRozan in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Carter outside. Pass to Murray. Wide open shot is on the money. He has 5. And so here's Memphis. They've led by as many as 11 points. And they double up Jackson. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. For 3, Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got 12 points in just the second half. It's stolen by Aldama. Pass to Conchar. The 3 ball sinks the triple. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Williams is out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Clark in at the center position. Monk outside. Pass to Wiles. Now Levine. He's guarded by Williams. In the corner, it's Monk. 6 on the shot clock. Levine finds Monk. Here's Wiles. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Jaren Jackson's checked in for the Grizzlies. Wells comes in for John Morant. Levine's shot is off. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Monk.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
And finally, someone scores.
It's a slugfest. Maybe not the prettiest game we've seen, but sometimes the best wins are the ugly ones.
There's Jackson with the 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Shot's good by Wiles.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Bain way outside. From beyond the arc and then some. Baines got his first 3 points of the game.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Lyles passes to Levine. Back to Lyles. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Showing off those playmaking skills, Levine keeps his head up, makes the easy play.
Now here's Jackson. Puts up a three. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 11 rebounds in the game. In the corner, it's Levine. Ellis outside. Monk outside. Kick out to Levine. And he's good on the three ball. And now it's only a 5-point Grizzly lead.
Levine is taking it upon himself to be the man in crucial moments. He's that kind of clutch player.
Jackson from long range. Buries it from three-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Clark. Monk against Bain. Now here's Jackson. 6 to shoot. Clark inside. Covered by Lyons. No good from Clark. The Kings trail by 8. To the inside. And stolen by Williams. Jackson looking around. Fires for three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Valanciunas against Bain. Corner shot. No good from Valanciunas. And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Poked loose and taken away by Ellis. Here's Lyles. Again, the miss by the Kings. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They're leading by 8. Jackson setting the pick here for Williams. Tries a three. And again, Memphis no good.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. Off target with his three. Clark with a wide open look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
3 points.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They came in here. All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up.
group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
So here's Portland's starting group. They've got Shaden Sharp, Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Kamare in at the small forward position. Avdia with a steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Sharp. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That'll belong to Domantas Sabonis. And the Kings have held tough. But it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Grant.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Simons. Not a lot of room. Outside Sharp. 4-3. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Now here's DeRozan. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Sharp. Avdia, screen on Levine. Three-pointer Sharp. Rebound by the Kings. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Now here's Murray. Tight defense on him. Here's Levine for 3. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. Levine's got 6.
He had to get it away, and he did. Levine with the quick release.
Pass to Sharp. There's a screen. No good on the triple. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Sabonis, the pass to DeRozan. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Portland has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Simons, a screen on Levine. Outside Sharp. Again, the miss by Portland.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
And it's DeRozan missing. And stand over his long NBA career, DeMar DeRozan honing in his game.
Yeah, Brian, and he's patterned it after his idol, Kobe Bryant. He's also an excellent shot creator. His development as a passer has helped make him a very productive offensive focal point.
Pass to Murray. Now here's Levine. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Levine's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Back-to-back threes here. Levine with a beautiful shot.
Avdia, screen on Levine.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Here's Ellis. Pass to Murray. 3-pointer. And Ayton pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Kings. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
And what's interesting, the 3-ball isn't a big part of DeRozan's game, but when he's feeling it, he can make it happen.
Avdia, screen on Levine. 3-pointer Sharp. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Levine for 3. Portland with a rebound. 3-pointer Sharp. Kept alive. It's Sharp on the wing. Over Levine. And Sharp the bucket on the assist from Ayton. Sharp's got 13 now.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Oh, got that one up quick.
Got to D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
Portland trailing here. Simons passes to Avdia. From outside the arc. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds in the game. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Levine can't hit. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. Sharp passes to Avdia. Here's Kamare. Simons, a screen on DeRozan. Simons outside for 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so both teams trading buckets as we... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Jonas Valanciunas out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Carter in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. And another Sacramento 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Grant. Here's Klingon. Back to Grant. 6 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. The Kings lead by 5. Carter from outside. And another Sacramento 3.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Here's Lyles. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Blazers trail by 8. Wolstani was a 5-time... Oh, hello! Time Lord with the oop.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Now here's Carter. Back to Lyles. Outside Carter. There's the triple. Williams grabs the board. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Henderson, the pass to Graham. Henderson with a screen on Carter. Nails it from 3.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's the Rivia. No made baskets yet. Pass to Carter. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Outside Thibault. Grant outside. And there's the screen. Outside for Henderson. Here's Thibault. Can't tie it up. That one misses. The Kings lead by 3. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by the Kings. Henderson with it. Now guarded by Monk. Pass to Williams. Here's Klingon. The 3. Drains the triple. Klingon's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Valanciunas can't get it to go. Portland has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Henderson for 3. Valanciunas with a rebound. For Sacramento, they've gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. To snap the cold streak, and it's rejected.
Okay, young fella. Look, I'll tell you this. Do not test Donovan Klingon. They just learned that the hard way.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Grant with a screen on Carter. Grant right side. The 3 ball. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. Lyles, the pass to Carter. Here's Lyles, defended by Henderson. Lyles' shot is good. Lyles has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
It's stolen by Henderson. Pass to Klingon. 30 seconds left in the second period. And there's the lob. The kick out to Williams. And here's Grant. Fires for 3. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
No hesitation from Grant. He's not bashful shooting off the catch when given the chance.
Carter on the wing. Pass to LaRavia. Fires the 3. Carter can't get it to go. Thibault on the wing. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
27, the Trailblazers. 27. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Shaedon Sharpe really making a difference here.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Taking a look at the Trailblazers. They've got DeAndre Ayton. Sharpe out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Avdia attacking, and the bucket is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Sharpe from deep three-point range. He can't get that one to fall. And here's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Levine can't hit. Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
DeRozan right side. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. Lets it go from deep. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's Simons outside. Another 3 for Portland.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Kamari. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Kings trail by 8. The 3 from DeRozan. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. DeRozan's got 6 points in the quarter. Portland has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Pass to Ayton. He tries for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. DeRozan with the ball. Now guarded by Simons. Now here's Murray. The 3 is up. And the Kings with another 3.
Nice ball movement. Good job by Murray to recognize the situation and create the wide open look.
And here's Simons outside. Sinks the tray. Simons has got his third bucket of the night.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Ayton inside, defended by DeRozan. Avdia from outside. Another three from Portland.
Love seeing this from Ayton. Dependable at finding his teammates in their spots.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharpe. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Kings. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. LaRavia comes in for Murray. And it's Monk in for Ellis. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Portland. Henderson comes in for Sharpe. The open shot, DeRozan nails the wide-open jumper. DeRozan's got 11.
Oh, the lost art of the mid-range jumper. DeRozan dialing it in.
Open shot, Grant. And it's LaRavia with a rebound.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
For the tie. Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up. And that ties it up.
Yeah, the defense expects DeRozan to try and score, but he smartly makes the extra pass.
Pass to Graham from downtown. Sacramento grabs the miss. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's DeRozan missing.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Again, the miss by Portland. Outside Monk. Now Levine. Pass to Monk for the lead. Sends it home from three-point land. Now it's a three-point Sacramento lead. Avdia from outside fires in the triple. Avdia's got 8 here in this quarter.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them.
And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Anthony Simons.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Zach LaVine, Domantas Sabonis out there with Malik Monk, and it's Carter in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
To the right side. Puts up a 3. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. Sabonis has got 3 assists tonight. Simons against Carter. 3-pointer. Avdia outside. Inside. Pass to Klingon. Back to Avdia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. Stolen by Carter. Sabonis outside. That 3's off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Avdia, good.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Simons against Carter. Shoots over Simons. And that one comes up a bit short. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Avdia can't get it to go. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And the basket by Monk.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Simons passes to Avdia. Pass to Kamari. Levine with a steal. It's Monk on the wing, guarded by Sharp. Outside Carter. Nifty move. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got rebound number 7 tonight. There's the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Larabia's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Monk. Here's Larabia. Back to Monk. And here's Carter. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Simons. Carter can't get it to go.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Pass to Kamari. Knocks down the long J.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Monk against Sharp. Up top Carter. Back to Levine. Stolen by Sharp. Avdia outside to take the lead. The rebound by Carter.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
Sabonis outside. Back to Carter. Fires the 3. Avdia pulls it in. An excellent opportunity here.
Seizing the lead right now would be huge.
Simons passes to Sharp. Simons a screen on Levine. It's Avdia on the wing. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Here's Larabia. Off the mark there with a 3. Here are the Blazers with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th. Pass to Kamari. Simons a screen on Carter. Let's go with a 3. Oh, he buried the 3.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
The baseline J. And it's Monk missing. And that's a foul called on Domantas Sabonis. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Substituting on the court.
17 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The 3 from Ayton. Rebound by Sacramento.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
It's intercepted. Oh, and he can't make the shot to force overtime. So it's the Trailblazers taking the W in a close one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of
impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Shaedon Sharpe is out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Denny Avdia. Then there's Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Now, here's Sharpe. Outside, Avdia. Pass to Kamare. That's a 2 from Simons. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Jackson, a screen on Sharpe. Outside for Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. We know, Brett, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA. And Shaedon Sharpe took his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game. And then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
Morant with the screen on Ayton. Here's Bane. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Simons surveying the D. Tries the spin move. Ayton, the pass to Simons. Avdia with a screen for Simons. Pass to Avdia. From past the arc, and another 3 for Portland.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. Mid-range is where he makes the money, so when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. Jackson has the open look. Here's Edey, defended by Avdia. Edey gets the bucket.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And it's Ayton missing. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Now, here's Morant for 3.
Nice timing as Ayton's up there for the rejection.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Edey. And Santi Aldama is subbed in for Wells. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Klingen's checked in. Bane with the bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here's Avdia. Hands it from downtown. Avdia's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Trailblazers.
Simons playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The bad boy Pistons and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
Here's Avdia, and the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Grizzlies shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Now, here's Morant for 3. Drills it from outside.
And when the 3 ball is falling from Morant, the defense is in trouble.
Simons finds Avdia. And again, it's Portland with the 3.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
Man showing some terrific range. Jackson's got 6 points.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Abdia, a screen on Morant. And it's Simons missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Clark with a wide open look. Misses the 3. Simons, the pass to Sharp. Back to Simons. Hits it from 3-point range. 8 points for him. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's a tie game in Memphis. And back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Clark is out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Pippen. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's Kennard in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Tipped away. Pass to Kennard. That 3 off the mark. Portland's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Here's Ayton. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Ayton's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And, Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple of years. Grant's done it all.
Good on the 3-point shot.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now, here's Pippen. Scoreless thus far. Clock at 6. Kennard for 3. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. Pass to Thibault. Back to Henderson. Fires the 3. Aldama with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Clark finds Pippen. All sorts of time. That one's in. His first shot this game. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Thibault on the wing. There's the triple. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside Pippen. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Pippen outside. Pass to Kennard. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Yeah, and that 3-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Aldama with the ball. Defended by Thibault. Aldama can't hit. Henderson looking it over. Shoots over Pippen. Kept alive. Here's Williams. Out to Henderson. They shoot again. The rebound by Pippen.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Jackson against Ayton. A 3-pointer is right on target. Jackson's got 5 now. And, Bray, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
The talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But a lot of kids out there watching what's going on. They're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
Stolen by Henderson. Grant outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Memphis leading. And stolen by Thibault. Last break. Here come the Trailblazers from downtown. Here's Williams. Out to Henderson. Shoots the 3. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. 55 seconds left in the first half of the game. To stop the drought. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
To the left wing. Here's Aldama. Off target from three-point range.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Idle for three. Good, and Grant gets the assist. And now a three-point Trailblazer lead.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That is his first foul of the game. So Memphis ends up going with the new group for the Trailblazers. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Morant against Simon. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Wells' shot is good. That's a two from Simons. And right as the buzzer sounded, he just dunked it right down. Wow!
And great move there to ensure they end the quarter on a strong note.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And we've seen Deni Avdija really having a great game.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got DeAndre Ayton. Shaedon Sharpe is out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Avdija. And it's Kamare in at the 3.
A terrific defender. And Jackson, one of those guys with great timing when he goes for the shot block and not afraid to send a message as well.
On the wing, Jackson. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Kamare. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a one-point game. Shoots it. Grizzlies with the rebound. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he's got his first chance at the line here. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Morant, that's for 2. The Grizzlies with another miss.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Kamare misses.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Simons kicks to Avdija. Pass to Ayton. Outside, Simons. Poked away. Ayton, the pass to Simons. And again, unable to change momentum here. Memphis leading by 5. Payne for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Payne's got 11.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Simons kicks to Ayton. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter.
And they are starting to pull away here as their shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
You know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Gigi Jackson comes in for Edey, and Vince Williams subbed in for Wells. Clingan the screen for Grant. Trailblazers moving the ball around. We've got 1:48 left here in the third quarter. To halt the run, Grant sets a screen for Henderson. One-on-one fast break. And it's Morant missing. Henderson kicks to Avdia. Lobs it up. Williams with the block. Pass to Avdia. The long distance three is buried. He's got 12.
Smart choice there by Clingan. The rookie moves the ball instead of forcing it himself.
Over in the corner, Williams. Jackson a screen on Grant. Back to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Morant's got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies. Pass to Clingan. Avdia with a screen for Grant. And here's Avdia, guarded by Jackson. Here's Grant. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball.
Sharp against Bain. Back to Morant. Jackson a screen on Henderson. Morant that's for 2. Morant with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 12. Henderson passes to Grant. And another 3 for Portland.
Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
Morant kicks to Bain. Up in time. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies ahead by 9. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Jackson. Pippen is out there with John Conjar. Then there's Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Jackson misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
A nice shot by Simons.
Simons seeing green there, just letting that one rip.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. They've led by as many as 14 points. Hits the 3-point bomb.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Sharp. Simons with the screen for Sharp. Drains it from beyond the arc. Sharp's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Wells sets the pick for Jackson. The 3. They get it back. Trailblazers trail by 6. Now, here's Sharp. Stolen by Jackson. Wells Here's the three. It's good from long range. And the Grizzlies lead by 9. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
There's Jackson with the three. Over in the corner, Conchar. Here's Heaney. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 6. Pass to Simons. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now, here's Avdia. Here's Kamare. Plenty of space. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharpe. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Memphis. Bain comes in for John Conchar. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. And Portland with a change here too. Ayton, he's checked in for Klingon. The three from Morant. Good on the triple.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Avdia. Pass to Ayton. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Wells launches it from deep. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found the comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Pass to Morant. Takes the three. The rebound by Simons. Trailblazers trail by 10. Here's Kamare. Sinks the triple.
Referee doing a great job of seeing the floor and a nice dish from Simons there.
Memphis has gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Jackson looking around. Pass to Morant. Shoots over Simon. Portland grabs the miss.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
A shot by Sharpe. Nobody around. Can't connect from long distance.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Simons from outside. Wells grabs the miss. Here's Heaney. And again, Memphis no good. And so the Grizzlies take the win. It was up for grabs. Thank you for that, David. And that about wraps it up for Greg.
the NBA on. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. And it's Ellis in at the point guard position. Jackson. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
A big target with good hands. Jackson doing damage in the pick and roll.
Outside Murray. Pass to Ellis. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Memphis with the ball. On the wing, Bain. He's covered by LaVine. There's Jackson with the three. Rebound by Sacramento.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Shot's good by Morant.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Here's Ellis. Back to Sabonis. Murray up top. Pass to DeRozan. 5 to shoot. They kick it out to Murray. Off target from outside.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
From deep, Morant. He drops it from range. Morant's got 5.
When Ja is knocking down that three consistently, it takes his game to a different level.
Looking to end the run. And it's DeRozan missing.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
The three from Bain. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sacramento has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. DeRozan for 3. Drops in the 3.
I love that about DeMar DeRozan. He is so decisive. He's an assertive player. He's excellent at pulling up and burying these shots.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Sabonis. Lets it go from deep. And it's DeRozan missing. From deep three-point land. Wells misses. Kings trail by 7. Here's LaVine for 3. The rebound by Edey. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pritchard, for years, the Grizzlies' team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Aldama's checked in. And the Kings also making a change. Valanciunas has checked in. Wells, that's good.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond. Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Ellis, good.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Picked by Aldama. From deep, Morant. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Valanciunas finds Murray. Ooh, poked away. Oh, stolen by Morant. A minute 6 left in the first. Nails it from beyond the arc. Morant's got 8.
With the defense geared to challenge Morant at the cup, that little stop and pop is deadly.
DeRozan. And another basket for Sacramento.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Jackson surveying the D. Offensive board. Aldama in the post. He's against Murray. Aldama, no good. Kings trail by 6. And we've got 28 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's DeRozan. Aldama grabs the board.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Payne fires from way outside. The long distance three is buried. DeRozan outside. Wing shot on the way. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. DeRozan's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. From deep, Payne. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Memphis closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their work from distance. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
We've got Brandon Clark. Vince Williams is out there with Gigi Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Pippen in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. Here's Carter. Left side, Monk. Launches it from deep. Can't get it to drop. Memphis leading by 4. Here's Pippen. Pass to Kennard. And we played through the first minute here in the second. And the basket by Pippen.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for UBA. But Sacramento shoots especially freely. You are right. And those shots often connect. So I doubt that that trend changes for them anytime soon.
Now Kennard. Still no points. Just 5 to shoot. From behind the arc. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Kings trail by 7. 19-footer. And the basket by Monk. Monk's got his first points in this one.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Kennard for 3. He buries it from 3.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Carter, the pass to Lyles. Monk, he's open. Williams grabs the board.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Jackson with a screen on Sabonis. Williams misses. Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jackson. Grizzlies lead by 8. Hey, expanding his range. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist from Jackson. Williams has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Carter, the pass to Laravia. Kennard against Monk. To the left side wing. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Kennard can't get it to go. Kings trail by 8. And they're running. And it's Monk missing. From deep three-point land. From beyond the arc, and then some. Kennard's got 6 in the quarter. And the league has cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only 1 day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
Here's Lyles. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The three. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
And Sabonis gets it to go.
Clearly, Sabonis has that shot dialed in before he even gets the ball. He catches it and shoots it with a quick release.
Williams passes to Pippen. Jackson with a screen on Carter. Jackson surveying the D. From outside, off the mark. Kings trail by 12. Pass to LaRavia. And here's Sabonis outside. The shot won't fall.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Clark, the pass to Jackson. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes. Jackson's got his first 3 points of the game. Carter from outside. Pure from three-point range. Pass to Kennard. 4-3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Memphis going into the break up 12. And they've got a comfortable lead, in large part due to their three-point shooting. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, it's been quite a game for Luke Kennard.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And so in the game for the Kings, the duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the 1.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
Edey for 3. Jackson down low. He's against Murray. Jackson, the pass to Bane. 4 on the clock. This one for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got his 6th rebound on the night. And Richard, whenever Sabonis plays, it's surprising if he doesn't record a double-double.
Oh, they're usually monster double-doubles also. Close to 20 points, 13 rebounds, and at least 6 assists. Domas, he is an offensive hub.
Here's DeRozan. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. DeRozan's got 9.
This is where DeRozan makes his living. Such an excellent mid-range shooter.
Jackson finds some space. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
Murray, no good.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
From the arc. And there's Edey. That's good. And the assist by Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist with that last one. And here's Sabonis outside. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Morant looking for an opening. Three-pointer off the mark. And here's Sabonis. He'll bring it up for the Kings. It's a 13-point game. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Memphis has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the 3rd quarter. Edey, that's good.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Pass to LaVine. Here's DeRozan. Shot to stop the run. And off the front iron, and in it goes. He's got 11.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
And it's Edey missing. Kings trail by 14. Puts it up from the high post. 4 They kick it out to Murray. Here's Ellis, pounded by Morant. Over Bain. And DeRozan gets it to go. DeRozan's got 13.
As pure of a scorer as you will find in this league, DeRozan finds a way to just score points night in, night out.
The Kings have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Graham.
You know, really by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Edey for 3. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Murray passes to Ellis. And here's Sabonis outside. And it's Bain with the rebound. Memphis leading by 12. Left side, Morant. And another miss by Memphis. Sacramento has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Back to DeRozan. Over Bain. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson on the wing from deep. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. Kings trail by 12. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to DeRozan. Pulls it from 20. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. DeRozan's got 8 here in this quarter.
This is why you involve DeRozan in pick and rolls. He just knows how to execute off them, just so smooth.
To win the cold spell. No good there. Got it off in time. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Memphis earning this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Jackson out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's John Conchar. Then there's Santi Aldama. And it's Pippen in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And here's Clark for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes. Even though his team is lagging behind, he's playing like a winner. Too bad his attitude isn't spreading to the other guys.
Jackson outside. Aldama with it. DeRozan on him. Pass to Pippen. Stolen by Valanciunas. DeRozan left side. Oh, a little luck that time as it drops. DeRozan's got 14 points here in the second half.
Hey, look, when DeRozan is shooting with confidence, he is dangerous, especially catching and firing just like that.
Aldama left side. Here's Pippen. Back to Aldama. Up and over Carter. Valanciunas with a rebound.
Normally he drains that.
Pass to DeRozan. Shot on the wing. Doesn't go for him. Grizzlies lead by 10. Clark, the pass to Jackson. Here's the 3. Buries it from 3.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
DeRozan for 3. DeRozan can't get that one to fall. Memphis has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Kings trail by 13. Pulls up. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. Kennard, he's checked in for Pippen. Murray's checked in for Sacramento. Ellis comes in for Carter. The Grizzlies have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Aldama kicks it out to Jackson. The 3-ball. Now here's Conchar. Monk covers. 6 on the shot clock. Clark outside. And the 3 off target. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. Trailing by 13. Murray from outside hits the trifecta.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Kennard passes to Conchar. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Murray looking around. Here's Ellis. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
I love it when young players add elements to their game. If Murray can continue to pass like that, it'll be tough to slow down.
Kennard passes to Jackson. Jack's up a 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Murray from outside. They get the rebound. Pass to Ellis. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. At one point, they led by 16. And there's the foul. It's on Malik Monk. That's his first foul of the game. Sabonis, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Now here's Bain. Out to the right wing. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wells. Knocks it down from distance. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Grizzlies.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the Arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
Man, you have to recognize what a night it was for Jaren Jackson.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
Edey for 3. The rebound by Murray. And Sacramento has possession. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to DeRozan. The baseline J is off the mark. Bain fires from way outside. Memphis the rebound. Edey for 3. Can't hit that one. So Memphis wins it. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day,
the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's Sabonis in at the center position. Now, here's Sabonis. Levine gets the bucket.
Great preparation by Levine, getting to his spot and set to let it fly.
That bucket in no time at all.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. And so here's Portland, following the three-point attempt by DeRozan. Sharp, the pass to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Sharp. This one for 3. Sabonis grabs the board. Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And a wide open look here for Ellis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis.
And there are a lot of slick passing big men in the league today. And Sabonis right up there with them. Terrific find.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Levine for 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Great open look there.
Totally unselfish play there from Aiden. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Kings leading now by 7. DeRozan with it. With the teardrop, and he comes up with the deuce.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And the wide open shot from Abdia. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Sabonis kicks to Ellis. The shot. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said it's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, you're just out there trying to win. Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Simons surveying the D. He was all alone on that one. Simons has got 5 now.
Nice vision from the youngster. Sharp that time.
And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharp. That is his first foul of the game. And the Kings making a change here. Valanciunas has checked in. Now here's DeRozan. That's in there. Murray with the assist. DeRozan's got his second bucket of the night.
And give credit to Coach there for drawing that up. He positioned his guys for immediate success.
Here's Simons. Kicks it out to Grant. Avdia against DeRozan. And it's Avdia off the drive. Just 4 to shoot. Fires top of the key. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation for the Trailblazers. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Avdia. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Anthony Simons. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
An even 3-on-3 break. Monk for 3. Rebound by Williams. Now Henderson. And so the first quarter is in the books. Kings lead by 5 from Portland. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Kings.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's Carter, and there's Monk, and it's LaRavia in at the 3. Kings leading now by 5. Monk for 3, drills it from outside. Monk's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Kings. Stan, in a league of stretch bigs, Jonas Valanciunas is a true center.
He is, Kevin, and look, he'll occasionally take a 3, but Jonas lives in the paint. He throws around that 265-pound frame. It's hard to defend him because we just don't see a lot of post players anymore.
Lets it go from deep. Pass to Thibault. Grant in the post. Valanciunas is there. Grant with a screen on Monk. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Thibault's got his first bucket of the night. Carter with the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Grant surveying the D. Lets it fly. Again, the miss by Grant.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Here's LaRavia. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Buries it from three-point range. LaRavia's got the lead up to 9 now for the Kings.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment. You see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Avdiaz checked in for Portland. The Kings also at the sub. Levine's checked in for Wyatt. And that one's good by Henderson.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
And it's Carter missing. Trailblazers shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on, but they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
Monk for 3, sinks the three-pointer. Monk's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Kings.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Kicks it out to Grant. Launches it. Drills the three-pointer.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's LaRavia. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The drive by Henderson. Here's Grant. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. To the middle. Carter against Grant. Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Carter. 5 on the clock. Here's Laravia, defended by Avdia. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 7 rebounds in the game. Laravia, and once again off the mark by Sacramento. Trailblazers trail by 6. Henderson finds Avdia. Now here's Grant. Pass to Thibault. Williams, a screen on Carter. Got a piece of it. Back to Thibault. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. No good from Grant. Sacramento leading by 6. Carter right side. Outside Levine. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track. Disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Pass to Henderson. Back to Simons. Now Avdia. Here's the 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And a huge 3 there to chop the lead down as we go into.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, Shaedon Sharpe is out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Avdia. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare into the small forward. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. DeRozan passes to Levine. Rebounded by Kamare. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They trail by 3.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Takes it inside. Pass to Kamare. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Kings leading now by 3. Kick out to Levine. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Levine's got 9.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Avdia, the pass to Simons. Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Simons has got 5 points now this quarter. Pass to Levine. Here's DeRozan. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Simons off the drive. A shot by Sharpe. Nobody around. And another 3 for Portland.
Great at creating shots. Sharpe did it there with that catch and shoot.
We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharpe in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Simons kicks to Avdia. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Wasted no time on that one.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
Sharp, the pass to Simons. For the lead, Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Ellis. Pass to DeRozan. Levine against Avdia. Yes, that goes in. Now it's a 4-point Kings lead.
What helps Levine from mid-range? He gets such great lift off the floor.
Simons, the pass to Avdia. Hands it from downtown. Avdia's got his second bucket of the night.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
DeRozan's shot is off. Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Pass to Kamare. And again, it's Portland with the 3.
That's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Outside DeRozan. Levine with it. Back to DeRozan. On the wing, Levine. 6 on the shot clock. Portland grabs the miss. Avdia's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Avdia with a screen for Simons. .29 seconds left to play in the third. Sharp, the pass to Simons. Simons with a screen on Murray. 3-pointer. And it's Simons that time on the assist by Avdia. Simons has got the lead up to 5 now for Portland. From deep, Ellis. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Kamare. They set the pick. Back to Simons. He gets it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. What a performance from Anthony Simons. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court right now for the Kings, Carter out there with Malik Monk. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Trey Lyons. And it's LaRavia in at the 3, the small forward. Carter for 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 5. For the 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. The Kings shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Here's LaRavia, trains the 3-pointer. LaRavia's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Kings. Pass to Kamare. Puts up a 3. Portland again missing. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for Sacramento. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's Sharp. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
A nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Lyles gets to Monk. Sharp with it. Now guarded by Monk. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Grant outside. Hits it from 3-point range. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Blazers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
Kamare misses. The Kings trail by 5. Here's LaRavia. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And the 3-point shot really has been their best friend here tonight.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. Takes a special player. Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Kamare. Swinging the screen for Sharp. Kicks it out to Grant. And the three ball is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
And this team counts on Grant in those big moments, and you can see why, given the results.
Sabonis, the pass to Murray. Monk outside. Shot clock at 5. Ellis with a screen on Sharp. Monk. The rebound by Grant. Portland leading by 5.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Monk, no one around him, and it's off from three-point range. Out to the right wing. Portland moving the ball. Here's Kamara. Good, and Grant gets the assist. And now a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
A different look now for Portland. Andre Ayton's checked in for Klingon. Avdia comes in for Grant, and it's Simons in for Henderson. The Kings also at the sub. Levine's checked in for Malik Monk. Avdia can't hit. The Kings trail by 10. Ellis kicks to Murray. Back to Ellis. Shot to stop the run. Again, the miss by the Kings. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Portland.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Simons.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And taken away by Ellis. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the 3. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. Avdia with it, now guarded by Murray. Ayton sets the pick for Simons. Fires from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball. Simons has got the lead up to 10 now for Portland. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly...
by lately.
No doubt. That creates a little bit of added pressure, too. So the last thing a struggling team wants to do is lose to an opponent in the same situation.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. And it's Simons missing.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Edey for three. Connects from downtown.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
And here's Memphis. It's a three-point game. From outside the arc. They get it again. Off the outside. Stripped it away. Jackson with it. Now Sharp defending. Jackson can't get it to go.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
The Grizzlies have gone 1 for 3 so far. Takes a three. Wells misses. The Trailblazers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. There's the triple. Sinks it from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from deep. And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
Offensive rebound. Here's Edey. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Edey's got 5 now.
Wow, he really fires up his team with his ability to extend possessions.
Avdia from outside. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
They set a pick. Pass to Edey. And here's Bane. To the paint. Kicks it out to Jackson. On target from range.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Here's Kamari. Fires the three. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
A minute 53 left now in the first quarter. Avdia against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Kamari, that's good. Kamari's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Stolen by Ayton. Simons outside. Avdia, screen on Morant. Simons, pass to Kamari. Launches it. Hits a three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
Great decision by Simons. He's got the reputation of a score-first guard. He can dish it.
And Brent, what you like about Toumani Camara? He'll get in there and do the dirty work for you.
Well, what a ride for him to get the recognition to become an NBA draft pick. He did all the little things to put himself in a position to succeed, and then all of a sudden can get on the floor and contribute in so many ways. Versatile defender, knocks down some mid-range shots. These are the kind of guys who you love to see build out a career.
Beyond the arc. The rebound by Edey. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Here's Wells, defended by Avdia. Fades away. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Kamari. "12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. Doesn't go that time. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter. We're all tied up. Stay with us now. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Scoot Henderson out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Klingon. Then it's Williams. And it's Grant in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Memphis shooting only 42%. Clark with the screen. Kennard for 3. Portland with a rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside Thybulle. With the fadeaway. Drills it from deep. Thybulle's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
And the basket by Clark.
The ideal pass for that situation. Great instincts.
The 3. Grant's shot is off. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And here's Clark for 3. The shot no good. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Williams a screen on Jackson. Pass to Klingon. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Pippen. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And here's Clark for 3. Tries to save it. Offensive rebound. Thybulle with it. It's Williams, high post. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has gotten his first basket of the night. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Here's Klingon. And finally they hit one. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
When you're facing a guy as massive as Klingon, you really have to be smart about boxing him out. I mean, he is so good on the offensive boards to be so young.
Now here's Aldama. Yet to see a basket. Over Williams. Hits the jump hook. Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
And they take the lead. Pippen's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Pass to Klingon. Grant with a screen on Clark. Here's Klingon. Outside for Grant. Knocks down the triple.
Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
Clark with a screen on Williams. Aldama outside. Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Williams with the screen. Fires from deep. Grant's shot is off. For Memphis, they've gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
They get it back. And the foul on Santi Aldama. That's his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with a new group. Williams is checked in for Memphis. Conchar comes in for Kennard. Here's Simons. Williams grabs the board.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Conchar outside. Jackson with a screen on Sharp. Jackson outside. The kick out to Williams. Oh, he tries a three, and that's good. His first bucket of the game. Blazers trail by 3. Pass to Sharp for 3. And that won't fall for him. He's 0 for 2. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Conchar outside. Clark with a screen on Sharp. Fires from the corner. The shot no good. The shot comes out. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Grizzlies up 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And you watch Shaedon Sharp, Brent. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. I mean, he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league.
On the court for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3. There's Jackson with the 3, and it's Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Out to Simons. Bane against Sharp. Back to Simons. Avdia from outside. It doesn't go for him. Grizzlies lead by 6. They set the pick. Bane, the pass to Jackson. Now here's Morant. The 3 is up. Avdia pulls it in. Portland is going 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. There's Simons with a 3. They get it back. Stolen by Bane. Here's Jackson. To the wing on the left. Here's Wells. He's covered by Simons. And again, it's Memphis missing. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. They trail by 6. Here's Avdia. And that one's on target from the wing.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
From the arc. And there's Edey. That's good. And the assist by Morant. Morant's got 4 assists now tonight. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
3-pointer Sharp. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
Here's Wells. Pass to Edey. From deep. Simons with a rebound. Blazers trail by 5. Now Avdia. On the wing, Simons. Hounded by Morant. And here's Sharp. Simons outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Avdia. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. And here's Morant outside. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Sharp, a screen on Jackson. Avdia passes to Ayton. Avdia outside. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Down low. This one for 3. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make and 9 tries so far.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Fires the three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Here's Sharp driving in. And a two-handed jam.
The burst. Man, Sharp can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
And it's Morant missing. Blazers trail by 4. Pass to Kamari. Ayton, a screen on Jackson. Kamari, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Edey. He's got 17. He's got a piece of it. Here's Jackson. On the wing, Bane. Pulls it from the top of the key. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the wing, right side. Kamari gets the three ball to go. And it's now just a 1-point Grizzly lead. Morant with it. No points so far. Pass to Wells. Jacks up a three. Gets the three to fall.
That's a heads-up play right there. Reads the floor, distributes accordingly.
And here's Simons outside. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we've watched 3 so far. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Scoot and Sharp for the backcourt set. Avdia out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Klingon in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Aldama. It's rebounded by Grant.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Sharp passes to Grant. Henderson scanning the floor. Back to Grant. Beyond the arc. Counted from distance.
Quick shooting from Grant. He gets it and takes it. It's just that easy for him sometimes.
Conchar. Pass to Aldama. Williams a screen on Avdia. Back to Conchar. 6 to shoot. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Pippen outside. Williams. Picked by Aldama. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Williams misses. And so Henderson will bring it up for Portland. And Brent Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the 2nd overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
Kennard, he's checked in for Pippen. Kennard against Henderson. From behind the arc. And Luke Kennard with the 3. Kennard's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And as long as Kennard keeps knocking down those threes, he's going to get more opportunity.
Sharp, no good. The 3. Again, the miss by Portland. Grizzlies lead by 6. And now the Grizzlies on the run. There's the triple. And another 3 for Memphis.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Here's Henderson. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, even though he's 6'2", Henderson is best attacking on the interior.
Kennard passes to Aldama. Back to Kennard. Grant with a steal. Henderson outside. Here's the three. That's good from Grant on the assist by Henderson. And now just a 4-point Grizzly lead.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Kennard passes to Conchar. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Offline with a three. Portland has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Henderson with it, and it's Aldama picking him up. Avdia passes to Henderson. Outside Sharp, three-pointer. Outside for Grant. Henderson, right side. Fires for three. Excellent D there from Aldama.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Now here's Kennard. Williams, a screen on Avdia. And the basket by Aldama. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharp. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Memphis making a switch here. Morant's checked in. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And again, it's Memphis missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Now here's Simons. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. A deep three. Avdia pulls it in. And Ayton gets it to go. So Memphis wins it. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did.